1. Introduction. Hello, my name is Brooke. I want to tell you my story. It is a story of love, much sadness, and a little hope. I was young, only 19 years old, when my life changed very much. Before that time, my life was simple. I lived in a small town. It was a quiet town. Not many exciting things happened there. The town had a few shops and houses. There was a park and a river. Everyone knew everyone. My life was small, like the town. I worked in a small cafe called the Corner Cafe. It was on the main street. It opened early in the morning. Every day was much the same. I woke up early. I put on my simple uniform. I walked to the cafe. It took only 10 minutes. I opened the door. The smell of coffee was nice. I cleaned the tables and the floor. I set out the cups and plates. I made fresh coffee. Soon, the first customers came. They were usually old people from the town. They sat and talked for a long time. I served them coffee and tea and sometimes a piece of cake. I smiled. I listened to their stories. Then other people came, maybe for lunch. I made sandwiches. I washed the dishes. The afternoon was quieter. I cleaned again. At 5 o'clock, I closed the cafe. Then I walked home. My job was okay. It was safe and familiar. I liked some parts. I liked making coffee. I liked seeing the regulars. But it was not my dream. I had dreams of other things, big dreams. I dreamed of seeing new places far away from my small town. I dreamed of traveling to big cities with tall buildings and many people. I dreamed of a life that was not small and quiet. I read books about big cities. I looked at pictures in magazines. I imagined myself far away, having adventures and meeting new people. My home was small too. I lived with my mother in a small house. My father was not there anymore. My life was simple, yes, but sometimes I felt a little bored and restless. I wanted something more. I wanted something exciting to happen to me. I wanted to feel something strong in my heart. I wanted to meet someone special who could share my dreams. I was 19 years old. I did not know much about the world outside my town. I did not know about real sadness. I did not know about real love. I thought I knew from the stories in my books and the movies I watched. But I did not. My heart was open, ready for something new. Ready for the dreams in my head to become real. I did not know that the change would bring pain. I did not know that sadness would be a big part of my story. I only knew that my simple life, the life of a 19-year-old girl working in a small cafe, was about to end. A new life was coming. A life I could not imagine at that time. A life with love, much sadness, and a difficult search for hope. This is where my story begins, on a normal day in my small town, when I was just a girl with big dreams and a simple job. 2. My new love. A handsome man came into the cafe one day. His name was Tony. He ordered coffee and smiled at me. My heart felt strange, like it was beating very fast. I had never felt like that before. After that first day, Tony came to the cafe every day. He always sat at a table where he could see me. We started to talk a little more each time. He was very easy to talk to. He was charming, and he always had kind words for me. He made me laugh every day. He made me feel special, like I was the only person in the room. He remembered small things I said. Soon, Tony asked me if I wanted to go for a walk after work. We went to the park. It was nice to be outside the cafe with him. We started to meet secretly in different quiet places. We didn't want people from the town to see us. We walked together, we talked for hours about everything and nothing, and we held hands. Holding his hand felt so right. I fell in love with Tony very quickly and very deeply. It was a strong feeling in my heart, a feeling of complete happiness and connection. I felt like he understood me. He told me he loved me too. When he said that, looking into my eyes, I believed him completely. My heart was so full of joy, I thought it might overflow. I felt like I was floating. I thought this was the start of my happy life, the one I dreamed about when I was working in the cafe. Tony didn't talk much about his family. He said they were private people and lived far away. I didn't ask many questions about them. I was so happy to be with him, so happy that he loved me. I didn't think about why he didn't talk about his life away from me. I just lived in the happiness of our secret love. I was 19 years old, and I truly believed my future was bright with Tony by my side. My world felt perfect because he was in it. I spent my days working and my evenings waiting to see him or thinking about our time together. Every moment felt important and beautiful because he was in my life. I trusted him completely. I thought our love was strong and real, strong enough for anything that life could bring. I didn't know then that secrets can hide big problems, problems that can break a heart. I just knew I loved him, and he said he loved me. I thought nothing could ever break us apart. This time with Tony was like living inside a beautiful dream, a dream of love and happiness. I wished it could last forever, never changing. My love for him grew stronger every day we spent together, even in secret. I felt safe and loved for the first time in this way. 3. A big shock. My happy world was very bright. I loved my life with Tony. But one day, everything started to change. It was a sunny afternoon. I was walking in town. Suddenly, I saw Tony. He was not alone. He was with a woman. She was very beautiful. She wore expensive clothes. She looked very rich. Tony was smiling at her. He had his arm around her. They were laughing together. My heart felt cold. I did not know this woman. Who was she? My happy feelings went away. I felt a big shake inside me. It was like my world was not strong anymore. A few days later, something else happened. A big black car stopped in front of my small house. It was a very nice car, a car for rich people. A woman got out. She was older, maybe 50 years old. She wore a very nice dress and expensive shoes. Her face was serious. She looked important. She walked to my door. I opened it. She looked at me with cold eyes. She said, "I am Mrs. Ainsworth. I am Tony's mother." My eyes opened wide. Tony never talked much about his family. And his mother was here, at my house. She did not smile. She did not come inside. She just stood there and spoke. Her words were like ice. "I know about you and my son," she said. "Tony is going to marry Clara." She said this woman was the one I saw with him. "Clara is from a very good family, a rich family. Tony will marry her soon." Then she looked at me again, up and down. Her eyes were hard. "You are not right for my son," she said. "You are a simple girl. You work in a cafe. Our family is important. You must stay away from Tony. Do not see him again. You are not good enough for him." She finished speaking. She turned and went back to her big car. The car drove away. I stood at my door. I felt a big shock. My body felt weak. My heart was broken into many small pieces. Her words hurt me very much. I felt small and not important. My happy world was gone. It was a very big shock. For a broken heart. My heart was full of sorrow. I waited for Tony. I needed to talk to him after his mother came to my house. When he arrived, I looked at him. My eyes hurt from crying. "Tony," I said softly, "your mother came here. She told me you will marry Clara. Is this true? Who is Clara?" I asked him about the beautiful woman I saw him with. I asked him about the cruel words his mother said. Tony looked at the floor. He looked very sad and ashamed. He did not look at me for a long time. Then he slowly looked up. "Brooke," he said. His voice was quiet. "I am so sorry. It is true. I am going to marry Clara." He told me his family planned this marriage many years ago. It was an arranged marriage. He said he had to do what his family wanted. He said he could not say no to them. He said, "I do love you, Brooke. I really do." But his words did not make me feel better. He loved me, but he was choosing his family and his life with Clara. He was choosing money and duty over me and our love. My heart broke into many pieces. It was a terrible pain. It was like I could not breathe. I felt he did not love me enough. He was leaving me for his rich family and his rich life. The pain was bigger than anything I knew before. We started to argue. It was a big, sad argument. I was crying and angry. He was sad and looked lost. I told him how much he hurt me. I told him his love was not strong. I told him he chose them, not me. I knew then that our time was finished. There was nothing more to say. I could not stay with a man who chose others over me. I could not be part of his secret life. I told him to go away. I told him to leave my house and never come back. He looked at me one last time, his face full of pain, and then he left. My world felt completely broken. 5, my big secret. After my last sad talk with Tony, the days felt long and empty. My heart hurt all the time. I tried to go back to my life, but it was difficult. Everything looked different. The cafe, the streets, my small room, they all reminded me of him and the love I lost. I felt very much alone in the world. Then, a few weeks later, I started to feel strange. I felt sick in the mornings. I was tired all the time. I did not understand what was happening to my body. I felt worried. I thought maybe I was just sad because of Tony, but this felt different. My body felt weak, not just my heart. So I decided to go and see a doctor. I felt a little scared when I went into the doctor's office. I sat down and told him how I felt. He asked me some questions and did a simple test. Then he looked at me with a kind face. He had some news for me. He told me, "Brooke, you are going to have a baby." His words were a big shock. A baby. Tony's baby. My mind stopped for a moment. I felt a mix of feelings: surprise, fear, and a little bit of something else. A connection to the love I had felt. My first feeling was fear. How could I have a baby? I was alone. I had no money. Tony was gone. His family hated me. Mrs. Ainsworth's cruel words came back to my mind. They did not want me. They would never want my baby. I felt very lonely at that moment. The doctor's office felt cold. I thought about my future. It looked very hard. I did not know what to do. I went home and thought for many days and nights. It was a very difficult decision. But slowly, I started to feel something else about the baby inside me. It was a part of me. It was also a part of Tony, from the time when we were happy and he said he loved me. This baby was a small piece of that love. I decided I would keep the baby. I would have this baby and I would love it with all my heart. It would be my family. But I also made another important decision. I decided I would keep my baby a secret. I would not tell Tony. I would not tell his family. I was too proud to go to them after everything that happened. I was too hurt by their words and by Tony's choice. I did not want their help. I did not want their pity. I did not want them to take my baby away from me. This big secret felt heavy in my heart. I knew keeping it would make my life much harder. I knew I would be alone with this big responsibility. But I felt it was the only way. This was my baby, and I would protect it. I would start a new life just for us, far away from Tony and his world. 6, my daughter and me. After I knew about the baby, I felt very alone. I also knew I could not stay in my small town. People would ask questions. I did not want anyone to know my secret, especially not Tony's family. So I made a hard decision. I packed my few things and left my home. I moved to a big city far away. It was a place where no one knew my name or my story. I hoped I could start a new life there, just for me and my baby. Life in the city was very difficult. I had no money and no help. I found a small room to live in. It was not nice, but it was cheap. I needed to save every penny for the baby who was coming. I had to work very hard. I found 2 jobs. In the day, I cleaned houses. In the evening, I worked in a restaurant washing dishes. I worked many hours every day. My body was often tired, and my heart felt heavy with sadness and worry. But I thought about my baby. Thinking of the new life inside me gave me strength to continue. Every day was a struggle, but I kept going. I did this for the future, for the little person I would soon meet. I wanted to give my baby a better life than I had. Then, after many months, the day came. My baby was born. She was a beautiful baby girl. She was small and perfect. I named her Lily. When I held her for the first time, I felt a love so strong it was like nothing before. Lily was my little light in the darkness. She was my reason to wake up every morning. She was my hope. My life was still hard, but with Lily, it was also full of love. I raised Lily alone for 6 years. She was a happy child, full of energy and smiles. I worked hard to buy her food, clothes, and toys. We did not have much, but we had each other. Sometimes, Lily asked about her father. I told her that he was a man I loved very much, but he lived far away. It was a simple truth that a child could understand. I protected her from the difficult story of my pain and his family. Lily was my world, and I was hers. We were a team, just my daughter and me. 7, he came back. 6 years went by. Lily was 6 years old now. I was 25. Life was still not easy, but it was better. We had our own small home. I had a little flower stall at the market. I sold flowers every day. It was hard work, but I liked it. Lily often played near the stall while I worked. She was my sunshine. We had a simple life, but it was a peaceful one. I felt some peace in my heart after many years of pain. One day, I was arranging flowers at my stall. A man stopped in front. I looked up. My heart stopped. It was Tony. After 6 years, he looked different. He looked older. His face looked sadder than I remembered. He did not look happy and bright like before. He looked at my flowers first. He did not see me well at first. I had changed too, I think. I felt my heart beat very fast. I wanted to hide, to run away from him. He stood there for a moment. Then he looked at me properly. His eyes looked at my face. He looked closer. His eyes became wide. "Brooke," he said. His voice was quiet like a question. "Is that really you?" I could not speak. I just nodded my head. Yes, it was me. Just then, Lily ran out from behind the stall. She was playing there. She ran to me. "Mommy," she said, "can I have a red flower?" Tony was looking at me, but then he saw Lily. He looked at her small face. He looked at her eyes. He looked at her hair. He looked at me again, then he looked back at Lily. His face changed. It became very white. He looked very shocked. I saw the moment he understood. He knew. He knew who Lily was. He knew she was his child. After 6 years, he was here. and he saw his daughter for the first time. My heart was beating so hard. What would happen now? 8, a new start. Tony looked at Lily, then back at me. His face was white. He asked if she was his. I took a deep breath. Yes, I told him. Her name is Lily, and she is your daughter. He looked like he could not stand. He asked why I never told him. I told him his mother's words. I told him he chose his old life, his family, and Clara. What could I do? I was too proud to ask him for help. Tony then told me his story. He did marry Clara, but their life was not happy. They had no children. 2 years ago, they got a divorce. He said he never forgot me. He often thought about me and felt sad about how things ended. He never knew about Lily. He looked very broken when he spoke. He said his life with Clara was empty. He said he made a big mistake choosing money and family duty instead of love. It was hard to listen, but a little part of me felt something new. Not happy, but maybe understood. Tony said he wanted to be a father to Lily now. He was angry that he missed 6 years of her life. I was scared. I built my life for Lily and me alone. I was not sure I could trust him. I was angry too. Where was he when life was very hard for us? We talked for a long time. There were tears, and we said difficult things. But in the end, I agreed that he could meet Lily, not as her father at first, just as a friend of her mommy. Tony was nervous when he first met Lily properly. Lily was shy at the start. Tony was very gentle with her. He brought her a small toy. They talked about the flowers at my stall. Watching him with Lily felt strange, but he was so kind to her. Lily started to smile at him. Tony started to visit sometimes. He helped me at my flower stall. He played with Lily in the park. He told me he was very sorry many times. He said he wanted to make things right, not just for Lily, but for me too. He said his mother was older now and not as strict. He said he would be strong this time. I felt confused. A part of my heart still remembered the man I loved. Another part was afraid he would hurt me again. But I saw him trying. He was different now. More serious, more thoughtful. Could I trust him? Could I forgive him fully? My head said be careful, but my heart remembered the good times. It saw the change in him. One evening, Tony helped me close the stall. Lily was sleeping nearby. Tony took my hand. He said he made a terrible mistake years ago. He was a coward. He said he lived with that pain. He said I lived with much more pain. He asked, can we try? Can we try to build something new for Lily and maybe for us? I did not say yes. I did not say no. I just looked at him. For the first time in a long time, I felt a small piece of my broken heart feel a little warm. Maybe, I thought, maybe there is a chance for hope after all. My story is not finished. The pain is still there, like a mark. But Lily is my joy. And Tony is a question that might have a good answer. We are taking things one day at a time.